fans might have been worried about Shaq Smith transferring, but you feel pretty good about Skowski and Smith and those guys you had.
Oh yeah. You know, Shaq, didn't see that coming, but you know, it's what he felt like he needed to do, and we wish him well. I mean, he was model in every aspect of our program, so certainly hate to lose him, but that doesn't damper our spirits for who we have at the linebacker position. I mean, we are. I personally think that this could be as good a back seven as we've had. I just really am excited about the personnel that we have. We'll have a little younger depth at linebacker, but I think we're athletic. I think we got guys that can run, guys that know how to play the game, and it's going to be a really good group. But Isaiah and Skowski and Chad, that's a pretty good starting point to go out there. And Skowski's one of those guys that the football world, y'all know who he is, but the football world didn't really know who Skowski is. But if he stays healthy, they will. He is a really good football player, and it's just a matter of time before everybody knows that. And just again, him catching some breaks and staying healthy. Jake Venables, man, Jake had as good a spring as anybody on our team. He's a redshirt freshman, and Jake can play. He'll be a guy that'll be in the mix. Mike Jones is really coming along. Balin Spector, super excited about Balin. You know, and then you throw in all these new guys. You know, Reagan Upshaw's a guy nobody here knows anything about. He'll be a redshirt junior. He's a guy that never played football until he came here, and he was like a world-class rugby player. And he's been grinding in our program. He's actually on scholarship, but he's a kid that could get in the mix for sure. And then again, you throw in these young guys that we have. It's going to be fun to watch Brent kind of mold that group. But I love the group that we have. I think we got everything we need to be very successful there.
Dabo, the guys on defense who you lost last year, they weren't only big-time leaders for the defense, they were leaders of this entire team. Yep. Do you see people ready to step into the roles that Christian and Clee and those guys had?
Yeah, we've got a few of those. We do. We've got a few of them, but not as many. That was just a very unique team, and not only was it unique in that aspect, but they loved that part of where they were in their journey. I mean, they loved it. They loved saying, "Coach, I got this." You know, because they could. I wouldn't. Sometimes I wouldn't have. They knew what was coming, and it would be like, "Hang on, Coach, we got it," and then they'd go handle it. You know, and that's pretty cool. You know, when it's you've been around a group and they are so bought into what you do and believe in what you do, they want to enforce it so you don't have to, and that's pretty cool. We don't have as much of that, but we've got some really, really strong, committed program guys that I'm super proud of. You know, a guy like Kayvon, a guy like Skowski, a guy like Nolan, Denzel, and AJ. Man, AJ is a great leader. I'm just super excited. Tanner Muse. I mean, these guys have done a phenomenal job of leading, and they're well respected on both sides of the ball. And then you flip over and you look at Ankrum, and Pollard, and Cervinka, and John Simpson. I mean, these are grown men. Not as flashy as Clee and Christian and that crowd, you know, but highly respected and believe in what we do and how we do it. And they've had a lot of success, and you know, then you look at a guy like Travis, who I still think of as a young guy, you know, but he's a junior, and he's carries himself differently than he ever has, and because he's not as y'all know, he doesn't say a whole lot, but the change in him, you know, because I think his awareness of looking around the room going, and there's Ches and there's Dude, man, I gotta beat this group. They don't know anything. And I think his self-awareness of that, of not only what he's got to do, but providing that, it's been fun to watch. Same thing with T. Same thing with Amari. Trevor. you know, he's in a completely different place right now than he was this time last year. And so, you know, it's good. You don't have to be a senior to be a leader, or to be a guy that pulls other people along the way and believes or buys into what you're doing from a program standpoint. So I think we're a little different, but when it's all said and done, you know, we'll be a close team. You know, we've still got to develop that chemistry.
Dabo, what are your takeaways from the trip you took this summer?
To Italy, amazing. I mean, it was. I was telling you last night, just a life-changing experience for me. You know, I've never been out. You know, I've been to the Bahamas. I did get to go to Toronto, but you know, all that's kind of attached to America, right? You know, I never like, you know, I think of out of the country. Europe that's out of the country to me. It really was a life-changing thing, just from a cultural standpoint, just historical, just seeing. I mean, they got chairs older than America over there. You know, we think about whatever 300 years or whatever. I mean, it's just phenomenal to see Rome, to see Florence. It was mine and Cass' 25th anniversary, and we took our family. We were able to go to Italy this summer, and went to Rome and Florence and Portofino and down in different areas. But it was just to see things that were built and how they were built and crafted all these years ago, to go to the Coliseum that was built in year 80. It's fascinating to me, you know, just how smart people had to be, you know, architecturally, engineering. I mean, it's not like, you know, they didn't have CAD machines and computers, and they just, how about power? They didn't have that, you know, and just it was pretty amazing experience. And then the diversity of, it's almost like South Carolina and Georgia, you know, different countries, different languages. So it was a really amazing trip and an experience for me and Kath and our boys, and we took my mom and stepdad and her parents. Just an awesome 11 days.
Coach, so much of the preseason has been about Trevor, Travis, Justin. Do you feel like T. Higgins is a little bit under the radar going into this season?
I mean, maybe with you guys, nobody we play, he's not going to be under the radar of any of them. I'll guarantee you that. Is that Albert Huggins? What's up, Huggy?
I got a question, Coach.
What's up? What's up, Huggy Bear?
You know, all the guys.
Can you get a 6th year? We could use you one more year. I mean, I know you're busy.
No, man. But no, you know, last year the D-line was so deep, man. You know, how much are you going to miss those guys? Even though I know you got more guys coming in that can take their place, how much are you going to miss those guys?
Yeah, that's a great question, Huggy. You know, I had a great meeting with your D-line coach, by the way. When I was out in Houston. I'll fill you in on that. But as I was just saying, I think we can replace talent. You know, I think we have really talented young players, but replacing the experience, the knowledge, the nuances, you know, the game within the game, there's no greater teacher than experience. And those are the things that you just don't replace. You have to grow into that. And, you know, some of it you just got to learn as you go. But I do think we've got great talent, and we've got some guys eager. We're just not as deep. You know, we've got good depth, talent-wise, but we don't have experience depth. Whereas last year, just the opposite. I mean, we're rolling NFL guys in there. I mean, you got Dexter, and Christian, and Huggins. I mean, these guys these are veteran guys and just experienced. And now you take Niles out, and there's a true freshman walking on the field, and he hasn't played a snap. So just a different type of experience, but really talented. We just got a lot to teach them. You know, a lot to teach them, but no different. Those guys were all freshmen too at one time. They were all young bucks, and they all hung in there and did pretty good.
Dabo, is Garrett Williams, is that officially